Okay.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. David Silverman here and Debbie Wetzler.
Hello.
We're both in the state of Maryland, back from Florida. And this is our weekly team meeting. Welcome to the team and some training and so forth every Monday evening. We do this at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're glad that you're here. If you find that your line is not muted, please mute it if you can, if it becomes unmuted for some reason. But we're recording this, and we're very glad that you're here. We're both triple diamonds and above in Maryland, and Debbie is my sponsor. And we put this call together every week for a few reasons. And you'll see every week we go through this. And so hopefully you'll feel good about inviting your team members to come for any one of or all of these reasons I'm going to cite why we do this. So number one, we just want to introduce ourselves to you and your team. We're basically, we're building teams of servant leaders, and that's what we are. I mean, this is not a business where there's a dictator telling you what to do or a boss. We all help each other. We want everybody to be successful. And it's an interesting business where people who come into your team, you want them to do better than you, as weird as that sounds, but you do. And so we are trying to empower people and give them the tools that they need to go as far as they want with this, because the bottom line is this product is a miracle. It is a scientific breakthrough miracle. It works. It's patented. We're early. It's run by very brilliant people. You have a great support team, but that does not mean that that the money's just going to start flowing into your bank account. You have to do some work, and our work is about making people aware of this product, making them aware of this opportunity, letting them choose what they want, one, neither, or both, and doing it in a duplicable way. There's a way to do this where you're teaching people how to become teachers, and that's really what we do. Sales happen, but we're not focusing on sales. So we put this call together to kind of give some guidance in that direction. We do it to give recognition to people that have accomplished some really cool things over the past week. And every step forward is an accomplishment in this business. Some people move quicker than others. I will tell you that one of our mentors in our team, Denny Robinson, she's a presidential diamond, the number 2 earner in the company. She says that, don't compare yourself to other people. Comparison is the thief of all joy. That's an old saying, but it's true. But we do recognize people for taking steps forward, and it's a great environment. I mean, it's like a family, really. So that's another reason. We always have a product testimonial here, and we'll have one tonight. I'm going to introduce Carolyn Hoffman, who will introduce someone who's going to share a pretty interesting story. I just spoke with her today. If she's on the line, I'm not sure if she's on yet. And we do a little bit of training, and we welcome the new people aboard. So and we make announcements. So that's what we do on this call every week. We're glad that you're here. We invite you to invite your teams every week. And what I'm going to do is, before turning it over to Debbie, we have a special guest coming in from our upline, who is one of the top earners in the company and the only double ambassador diamond in the company, Tammy and Chuck Gates, to talk about some things here. But Carolyn, I see you're on. Can you unmute your line?
Yeah, hi, David.
Hi, is Elena on? I don't see her.
I know, I'm looking too. I'm not certain.
I don't see her, so we may have to skip her for now and have her come.
Yeah, I'll keep looking.
Come in a bit.
I'll email her and see if I can find out if she's on.
Yeah. Okay. All right, very good. So Debbie, why don't we'll come back to Carolyn and Elena Tan, who is really an amazing woman. I just met her for the first time today. But why don't I turn it over to you to take the next segment?
All right. Well, hi, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and jump into something. I have recognition and stuff, but because Tammy's coming on and she has to be on another call also, we have ASEA Via Core being launched on March 16th. I hope you all have heard about it by now. It is a core nutritional, and then ASEA at the convention will be introducing 2 other nutritionals that will be side nutritionals. But they're using all organic minerals and enzymes and a whole bunch of really good things for your body, as well as they've gotten a patented absorption, I don't know what you call it,
Mechanism.
that allows your body to take this in and actually use it, as opposed to other nutritionals that kind of sit there and they stay as little vitamins all the way through your body, and they make wonderful potty pellets at the end. But this gets absorbed and used like immediately. And so our idea was to have launch parties around the country, okay? And I'm happy to have one. I'm going to go to the launch of it in Pinehurst, but then we have recordings, and we're going to be able to do launch parties right after that also. And so Tammy had actually brought up, and I could share my screen just briefly and show you what her idea for having this a launch party, a recommended like a 2-hour agenda, although you don't have to have one for that long. You can do a welcome and introduction, and she'll probably be going over this. And then you can play the launch because it will be recorded on March 16th when you have them afterwards. And then if you happen to have if you have access to a doctor like David Silverman, you could have him zoom in for a few minutes, or if you have a nutritional person there, because there are a lot of nutritional people who might be very interested in this. And so if you've got a nutritionist, I know Kathy Hayes was a nutritionalist. But then we're going to do a triple diamond recording on a CMVA core, and we'll be able to send you that, and that will be short and sweet. And then you can just pass out the order forms and let people order. And so they should be relatively easy. You could make it lots of fun. You could have a potluck. You could have, whatever you wanted to have. You could have your breakout spring barbecues if the weather keeps staying nice. Anything, especially up in Calgary. They'll be ready for spring any day now. Anyway, so I happen to see Ida's face over there. So Tammy's going to go over this for just a little bit, because we thought this would be a very good idea, because David and I might even be doing a little bit of something fun with you guys also, but I won't announce that or anything yet. But anyway, so as we said before, most of us take nutritionals along with what we take already, the ASEA, and why not buy them from yourself? And I've always thought that was something that I've always wanted to do, is buy them from ourselves. So let me see if Tammy's on.
Let me just add a couple of things about that, Deb, while we're waiting for Tammy. So
Okay.
This is a really big deal, everybody. 90% of people of ASEA associates take nutritionals. Some of them take good nutritionals, and some of them take El Crapo nutritionals. But either way, this is a huge.
I just said it, only I didn't use those words.
But I use them. So this is, everybody knows with me, you get what you get, medical professional board or not. And actually, I'm going to be on a meeting with the medical professional board in corporate on the 8th, which is, what is that? It's Thursday. And they're going to be going over real detail on this product. So we're going to be passing that along to everybody. But this is a big deal for your business. They're going to have a high quality nutritional product, which part of it is going to be better than almost anything out there. Is it going to be the best product in the world? I don't know. With this delivery system, it may very well be. I don't know. But we know it's a really high quality product, and it's as good as anything else. So if we get our teams on this product instead of buying from somewhere else, that's a lot of volume for your business. It's a lot. I've been waiting for this for quite a while. I've always said that we don't need a whole lot more products, but as Dr. Carl Smith says, who's on the board as well, our bodies need two things. You need labor and materials, like building a good house. You need the materials is nutrition. If you don't have good nutrition, then labor doesn't really matter. A carpenter can't build a great house with crummy nutritionals. And if you have really good nutritionals and you don't have the labor, then the body can't do with those good materials that it should be doing if it's not being absorbed or whatever. And so with this, we have the labor with the Redox product, and now we have nutritionals. So this is a really, really big deal. And having these launch parties, I don't know if it's so much for guests. I think it's a good fun time to get associates together and educate the associates about it. Because in a limited amount of time, the whole Redox story could take up the whole time of the launch party. You know, we all know about Redox, but we don't know about this. So we want to educate the field about this. And so Tammy had come up with some.
Tammy is on.
She's on?
Yes.
Go ahead. You introduce her then, Deb.
Well, I have to say that Tammy's been a mentor of mine for a very, very long time. I think you all know her since she is part of your upline. She is a wonderfully wise woman who has done network marketing for many years at this point. And she always thinks out of the box and thinks about how to solve problems and how to get things done. And so she's the one that came up with the launch parties, although we were all talking about it. Anyway, so she's become a very good friend, and I know she's a very good friend to a lot of you here. So with that, Tammy Gates.
Hey, Debbie. Hello,
Hey.
hello. Am I live and well?
You are. Hey, Debbie, can you record it in speaker view? Because otherwise it's like the Brady Bunch, and then we don't see the person who's speaking. I can't record it. All right, thanks.
I just put it on speaker view on my computer.
Awesome.
Go ahead.
Hi, Tammy. I'm going to let you talk. Thank you.
All right. Well, it's good to see everybody. And somebody give me an alert if I break up, and I'll turn my camera off. Okay. So can you hear me good and well?
We hear you now, but you're chopping a little bit. I'll let you know if it gets real choppy.
Okay. Yeah. You let me know, because I'll just turn my camera off. So I'm so excited about ASEA Via. And just reviewing the ingredients and educating myself a little bit on the product, I'm getting more and more excited. For example, if we have plant-based organic trace minerals in ASEA Via, just go educate yourself on that and you'll get excited as well. But I really believe that, David, I might even disagree with you a little bit here on launch parties, because I believe that you can have an hour and a half, 2-hour launch party and invite your friends, your neighbors, your family, and introduce them to ASEA Via Core. About 80 to 90% of all the people you know anyway are taking a nutritional. Why not give them a nutritional that you know they can trust? And why not get it to them fast? And why not increase your volume in March fast?
And then introduce those people.
And then let them introduce people to ASEA Via Core. And so I envision a launch party that's very, very, very simple. And it will start, so on March 16th, when ASEA introduces ASEA Via Core, that will be maybe a 25 or 30-minute webinar that will be recorded and will be available to you as soon as they can get it out to you. So starting even that night or the very next morning, as soon as you get the recording, you could invite a few people to your house, have an in-home, a very simple in-home. The next day is St. Patrick's Day. You could even have a St. Patrick's Day party that night and invite a few people to your house. Replay for them the ASEA Via launch video that you will have watched the day before. We do have next Tuesday a whole lineup of Triple Diamonds who will be recording their thoughts and their education and some of their viewpoint and their tips on ASEA Via. That will be maybe another 15 minutes or so. You could replay that video. if you know someone who is a nutritionalist or loves nutrition or knows a lot about nutrition, you can invite them to attend with you and introduce them as your expert and have them say a few words. And then you could finish up with 15 or 20 minutes of ordering, where you help all of your guests at your party order a Sia Via core. And I like to say, you know what, don't stress about a whole bunch of people and making it a big deal. I would rather see 20, 30, 40, 50 Sia Via in-home launch parties all over the United States than I would see huge events. And so I like to say, count the seats you have in your living room or around your dining room table, wherever you're going to have your in-home launch party, and make it a point to have that many people in your home. And you can do it any day that you want. You might find some of Debbie or David might be in other than later. But if you can get someone on a Sia Via core in March, remember their auto ship will hit in April, and you'll be able to take advantage of all of that. And Chuck's here as well. He had a couple of ideas and comments he wanted to make too. So this is Chuck, you know him.
Hi, everybody.
What's up, Chuck?
Hopefully our sound is coming through okay.
It is.
Hey, are we coming through okay?
Yeah, your mouth is not matching the sound, but you're coming through. You both look great.
Yeah. Well, just one of the things that's really interesting is that in network marketing and the history of multi-level marketing, the companies that actually broke all of the into MLM in the very beginning, they were actually bringing nutrition, and so companies like Amway and all of these, and it's true, that is just the case, is that there's people that if you talk to them about a Sia, they don't know what you're talking about unless they're already in a Sia or have been approached. But when you talk to people, a total stranger, about nutrition, as everybody's already said, most people already are taking a nutrition. So this can be a door opener for those people, and just say, hey, our company came out with a great product and it's being released, and take a look at it. They'll get the information on making a decision to change over their nutrition. Now you've got an open door that'll actually let them see to use the ASEA and work synergistically with it. So I think we're missing the boat if we don't utilize this new product to actually keep looking and introducing more prospects, not just our ASEA associates, but more prospects to ASEA through ASEA Via.
And Alan Noble says that it's common sense buying, right? It makes total common sense. We don't get our vitamins or our minerals from the food we eat or our soil anymore. We have to get them from supplements, and most people supplement. So it's common sense buying. Alan calls it consignment. So people are buying anyway and spending money anyway on nutritional supplements, and it's complementary. It works in synergy with ASEA Redox.
Do you want to tell me where your blocks at that you just did?
Yeah, and one thing is, thinking about it, it's true. If you invite people over, new people, one of the things that you can when you have them there, you can't rub ASEA Via on anybody and make their pain go away, but you pretty much can with the gel too. So it can be a pretty fun thing without trying to explain everything about redox. It is kind of common sense, but it's also, hey, we have the core technology here, which is incredible. And but before and after pictures with that, and using it 3 times in 5 minutes, it's just a lot of fun and a way to, it's inside the box for people. It's nutrition.
Yeah, very good.
Awesome. Hey, does anybody want to
Thank
unmute
you.
themselves?
Does
And
anybody have a question or anything? And I can send out this agenda to everybody tonight.
yeah, and for those of you who don't know Chuck and Tammy yet, if you go to iamasia.com and you click the leadership link here, you'll see all of the diamonds in the company. And what you'll see at near the very, very top is Chuck and Tammy Gates right there. Oh, wow, I forgot that Harry and April moved up to double ambassador. You guys were the only ones there. You got company. I know you're moving up to triple, but that's who's talking here. And just salt of the earth, amazingly good people, part of our support team. And thanks for putting the ideas together, you guys. Awesome.
Absolutely. Keep us posted how much success you have.
Lots.
We will do that. Thank you so much, Tammy, for agreeing to be on. And thank you, Chuck, for chirping in, definitely.
Thanks,
We
guys.
appreciate all your ideas that you have.
Very good. You guys enjoy.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Have a
guys.
good evening.
All right. Love
Bye
you
now.
all. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Debbie, I think Carolyn has Elena on. Carolyn, you want to take it from here?
Okay, David, thanks. Yeah, really excited to introduce to this evening one of our downline over in Singapore. And Elena and I have been in contact through email quite a lot and kind of providing and reaching out to give her support to grow. And we got to have a great conversation with her and Sharon. And she just shared with us some amazing experiences that she's had with the ASEA technology, and so we were just excited to give her the chance to share that with everybody. So I'm going to, Elena, if you can unmute your button. Where are you? Trying to see where she went to. Oh, there she is. No, hang on.
Yeah, I see her.
You do? Which screen is she on?
Yeah, Debbie, can you scroll down ELLYNA and unmute
Oh,
her?
there she is. Yeah, Elena. I don't know if she can hear me. If you can unmute the in the bottom left-hand corner, I can see her.
There she is. She unmuted.
Okay, cool.
This is Saturday, next up.
Who is that?
Hey, Deb, you got to mute. I can't control it. E-Story Productions, you need to mute that, please.
Oh.
Elena, are you there? We can't.
Yes, yes, I'm here. Yeah. Okay.
Can we see you?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you. Yeah, great. Can't see you.
You can't see me.
No, I see your room.
Very messy room.
Elena, can we see you, Elena? Can you put the camera so we can see you?
Put the camera.
Yeah, well, we're looking at your room. We're not looking at you. I know.
Okay. I'm trying. I'm no good with all these IT things.
You did well this morning.
Yeah.
Are you on your phone or your computer?
On my phone.
Oh, so you probably want to
It's kind of frozen.
the other way.
Okay.
I want you all to hear. I want you all to hear the story. We're looking at a lemon or an onion, I think, but I'm not sure what that is. Can you turn your phone around towards you or no?
Okay. If I turn it this way, can you see me?
I don't
Turn it
know.
around.
Oh, I think it's frozen is what's happened.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Okay, well,
Stuck.
Just talk, I guess.
yeah, go ahead, Elena. Why don't you tell your story?
Okay.
There's a little circle
I
with
started-
arrows, Peter.
I started using ASEA on November 13 last year, because all these years I've had a lot of heart issues and other stuff, but main thing is my heart is giving a lot of problem, and I've had so far about 30 over heart attacks. I have over 30 heart attacks, which I decide not to keep counting. After using ASEA, last month in January, I actually had 4 attacks again. And usually when the attack comes, I need to put on ylang ylang essential oil under my tongue and to help induce burping so that it helps to overcome the pain. But this time around, I decided not to do anything. I wanted to see how my body reacts with the help of ASEA. And within a minute of the attack, I actually managed to burp without the help of essential oil. I burped about 5 times the first attack, and the pain just disappeared. And about 2.5 hours later, another attack came. This time, I also decided not to do anything. And the same thing happened. I started burping, and I was okay. So none of my friends knew that I had the 2 attacks on the same day. After about a week, one evening when I was home in the kitchen, I was just directly in front of my ASEA bottle. Suddenly, I felt very tight in my chest, and I felt as if my heart was being squeezed very tight, and it was painful. I started sweating. So without hesitating, I just poured a full cup of ASEA and drank it. I really gulped it down. I didn't wait. And within a minute, I started burping very hard, and the pain slowed down and gradually disappeared. So I thought, well, it did very well. And the 4th attack was after my chiropractor came and gave me a massage. After he left, I was sitting at the table when I felt this sudden squeeze in my chest, and it was very painful. I started sweating, so straight away I poured another cup and gulped it down. Within a minute or so, I started burping, and my chest was kind of more relaxed, and gradually the pain disappeared. This time round, the pain actually shot up right to my ear. Mostly, the pain only reaches my jaw.
So Elena, let me ask you a question, because it almost sounds like, really, 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 really bad reflux. But you said you went to a doctor in the United States, and they said that you were having these heart attacks. Is that correct?
No, I did not go to US. He came to Singapore when he heard about my case. He agreed to see me, and after checking, he said I would have more to come, because he asked me, over the last 10 years, have you been through any bad experience, any painful experience? So I related what happened, what I went through since age 5. And after that, he told me, you will have more to come. And that was after my 8th attack.
And so what, I know that Sharon was on the call this morning also. Could you share, I don't think she's on right now, can you share what she's seen happen with the product? You helped Sharon with the seal.
Okay, we were on the same project last August, and I saw her limping very badly. So I asked her, when no one was around, I said, Sharon, what happened to you? Why are you limping so badly? Oh, she says, oh, I'm much better already. Actually, 3.5 years ago, my body broke down, and I was in the gym. I couldn't walk, and I didn't know what happened. Then after checkups and all that, doctor told me it's knee degenerating. So they wanted her to go for a replacement, but she refused. So I said, what have you done all this while? She said she went for chiropractic massage and all that, Ayurvedic massage, and she took pills, supplements, and she had to put on a pair of shoes that cost her $350. But I told her, it seems it doesn't help you much because you're still limping. And even though the pair of shoes is supposed to help you feel better, but I don't think it really helps. I think it's a nerve issue you're having. And she said, I don't know, I feel that it's quite okay now. At least I can limp and still walk around. So I kept quiet about that. I did introduce her some essential oils. But until November last year, she called me suddenly one night. She was almost near a breaking point. She asked me, can you help me? I said, what's wrong? So she said, my condition relapsed again. I can hardly walk. I don't want to be in a wheelchair. My son is getting married in January. I don't want to be in a wheelchair. Can you help me, please? So I told her, I say, I'm on ASEA now. I just started on 13. She says, anything you can take will be safe for me. Just put me on. No need to explain anything to me. I'm really desperate. So I linked her to Lawrence, and we actually enrolled her and ordered for her. But then because the product was delayed, so I loaned her a bottle to start on. And within 5 days, it was amazing. She could walk 7 rounds. So I was quite amazed when she told me she walked about 7 rounds. I said, no, don't overdo. You should give your body time to heal, you know. She says, yes, the first 3 rounds, I still feel the pulling pain, but I push on, and I could walk 7 rounds without limping and at normal pace. My son was amazed that I was actually healing so fast. Says, Mommy, are you sure you can walk so well? And she said, yeah, no issue. So I told her, I say, just give yourself some time. Don't push on too hard, you know. And she did very well. She was very happy when her son got married. She was able to walk like normal. And she actually slimmed down a lot also. She looked so much more prettier.
She looked wonderful. She looked wonderful today. She was so grateful that you told her about this. So, Elena, thank you very much for sharing. And we're very excited for you and all the people that you're helping over there in Singapore. And as we talked about today, it'll be going into Malaysia, and it'll be going into Indonesia and Cambodia and all around Asia. But fortunately, Singapore is one of the 5 lucky countries, along with Hong Kong, Taiwan, Thailand, and the Philippines, that gets this product now. So we want to thank you for sharing your story all the way from across the Pacific.
My pleasure. Thanks for helping me.
Thank you, and we love your pantry.
I won't starve if there's a war breakup.
No worries. Carolyn and Paul, thank you very much. All right, Deb, I'm going to turn it back to you, and you can mute the appropriate parties, I guess.
I'll mute everybody again. Try to. There we go. Mute all. Okay. All right. I will take a few minutes here just to congratulate a few people on sharing with people like Elena, who has helped immensely. And I want to thank you all for being so brave all the time and going out there and sharing with a lot of people, because it's not always easy to do that and keep your spirits up enough to keep sharing when people don't always listen. But with that in mind, I would like to I'll share my screen again and show you some of the people who have advanced in rank for this week. And let's see, I'll go to there. So we have some new directors, which means they've at least introduced it to 2 people. So we have Richard Cheney, Christina Jewell, Jen Hips, and Amanda Morano. We have new director 300s, Jim Dilley, Randolph Bird, Sammerstrom, and Pamela Snipe McLeod. We have new director 700s, Pamela Landino, Maria Holt, Jennifer T., Paul Teo, and Shannon Poe. And then we have some new executive ranks. Karina Delunde from Sweden is a new bronze executive. Edwina Lee from Singapore is a new silver executive. And Rhoda McChristie from Charlottesville, Virginia is a new gold executive. So we'd like to extend really much congratulations to those people and tell them that we are very, very proud to work with them. And we thank you so much for all that you do for the whole team.
And congratulations from me too, everybody. That's pretty amazing. In fact, I saw Sharon Poe's name on there, who as Director 700, who Elena was just talking about. But Rada, way to go, gold, and Edwina in Singapore, silver, and Karina in, I think, is she in Finland or Sweden? I can't remember where Karina is.
I believe she's in Finland. I mean,
Yeah.
Sweden.
I'm not sure.
Sweden.
There you go. Thanks, Pia. Congratulations to you. She's on your team.
Yay.
And that is Pia Ericsson's voice from Sweden, who stays up late to listen in. It's very late there. Again, congratulations. So David, do you want to get, I don't know if you wanted to bring up the other training or not.
Yeah, I wanted to share a couple of things, everybody. So one thing is that I redid the Winfrastructure document, and I sent it to Debbie, and we're sending it out to everybody. So I'll share it on my screen. But I did share this with some people, and they were very, very interested in this. They hadn't seen it before. So just in case some of you have not seen what I'm about to show you, it may be very helpful to you, because this business can be kind of frustrating. It can be frustrating when we're talking to people and they're not listening. And it can be frustrating when you have people in your downline who enroll and they're not doing what they said they were going to do, or they're not listening to guidance that you're giving them. It can be very frustrating. And if those of you who have already enrolled, just a few people who said, yay, I want to build a business, and you know what they are supposed to be doing that's going to help them build the business they're not doing, you know what I mean. It's frustrating. So what I want to do is I'm going to share my screen with this document, and if you haven't seen it, then you can have it from me or Debbie. But it says, having realistic expectations is critical. ASEA offers many things to the individual: great health, regained youthfulness, more energy, deep sleep, the ability to dramatically improve the lives of others, and to create the lifestyle one desires via the passive income opportunity. However, to associates who do not understand this business, it can be frustrating. Why? Because of unrealistic expectations. What I mean is a sponsor's unrealistic expectations of or from those they enroll as associates. An important fact to understand from the start is this: people enroll in ASEA for different reasons as associates, and they want different things. In addition, many who enroll say they want things to happen for them, but are not willing to put in the effort to make them happen with regards to the business. Remember, not everybody wants to change their lives by helping others and capitalizing on knowing about this humanity breakthrough before virtually every other human being on the planet. There are 4 types of people who will enroll in your business. It's important for you to know into which category they fit at that moment. They may change categories. It's important for you to know what category in which they fit, so that you do not push them or have false expectations of them, and so that you do not spend too much of your precious time with the wrong people. The first category is consumers. They enrolled just to get the product wholesale and the best price on the product. They may refer people to you. They never had an intention of building a business. But I've seen people enroll people and say, well, come on, why aren't you coming to the charge-up call? Why aren't you coming on the team meeting? Why aren't you doing 3-way calls? You know, that's shoving a square peg in a round hole. If you've educated them about everything properly, let them make the choice. So those are consumers, and they'll be the biggest group, the biggest percentage of your people. The second biggest percentage are connectors. Connectors, I'll go back to them because connectors think in their mind. These are the frustrating ones to most people. They think in their minds that they're business builders. So I'm going to go to business builder, then I'm going to come back to connector. but connectors are not business builders. They think they are. What is a business builder? These are associates who are both motivated and coachable, because they truly want their freedom, and they see all the diamonds who have tamed their freedom. You can see them on the website I showed, and they've met some of them and realized that if other people did it, then by following the simple ALIFT process, ALIFT stands for attitude, list, invite, follow up, and teach, they can do it also. These are people that you give your fullest attention to. If they can stay consistent with the ALIFT process and speak with many people, they will be your next and final category of associates, which is leaders. So bottom line is this: business builders are people who make their list of names. They prioritize their list of names. They help the people they love. They don't look at their loved ones that are sick as their business builders or partners. They might be, but they don't just focus on that. They do it because they love them. They educate them the right way. But business-wise, they are talking to people, right? And you know that they're business builders because they're following up with three-way phone calls with you. They're asking you to speak with this person. I don't. You call Joe Johnson, and Joe talked to 5 people the day before, and well, who are you doing the three-way call with? They're not doing three-way calls. They're not really business builders. They're not training. The fact is, when a business builder realizes as soon as they call somebody about a SIA, they're training them. They don't know if that person they're calling will end up doing the business, but it's a big responsibility because they're probably that person. If they come in, they're going to remember how they were introduced, and they're going to duplicate that. What the business builder realizes: what do I want my people duplicating? Do I want them duplicating something that has a very low success rate or a higher success rate? Because this is what all the diamonds have done, right? And so business builders follow that process. They're coming to events. They're coming to this call, whether they have team members here or not. They're doing three-way phone calls with you, right? Now, what's a connector? A connector is someone that says, I want to build a business, but they don't follow the process. They may talk to 1,000 people. They don't do any three-way phone calls. They're surprised a year later when all they have is 1,000 customers because they're doing something that's not duplicable. It's not duplicatable. And so the hope is that they will connect you to somebody. They'll connect you to somebody that says, hey, this is not about what I can do and all my greatness, so I can bring in 1,000 people. They don't look at it that way. The business builder looks at it as, I want to do this the right way so my people can duplicate. But a connector could connect you to somebody just by chance accident. Maybe they do one three-way phone call with this person, and the person you're talking to has a lot of potential, but they're not really being trained by the person in between very well. So you don't say that person doesn't know what they're doing and say, would you like some help? Have you seen the Amazing Molecules training website? No, I haven't seen that. Did you know about the convention? No, I didn't know that, because the connector may not have, they may have told them some things, but not everything. So, and a connector can always become a business builder. Most of us, I would say me too, really started as a connector. It's how quickly you catch it and say, I want to be a business builder. I'm going to do this the right way, right? So we connectors, we support them. We're there to help them, but we're not talking to them every day. It's the business builders you want to spend your time with. And then leaders is the last category. Now, leaders are people who this is their attitude. Okay, I'm following the system. I'm plugging into the infrastructure. I get it. I understand how this is going to build a large business because all of these people did it with high school diplomas, with medical degrees. They all did the same thing and they built businesses. I'm going to do what they did, right? They read the books. They read like GoPro, Eric Worre, things like this. But leaders are people that have this attitude. And the attitude is, hey, David, this is fantastic. I'm going to be a sponge. Show me what I need to do. Hold my hand. Help me get going. And then get out of my way because I'm going to build as big of a business as you or a bigger business. That's a leadership attitude. It's not, oh, help me, help me, help me. And everybody needs help. Business builders need help, but they don't just keep asking for help. Give me this, help me this, help me this. They start developing this attitude, I want to be the leader of my group, and then I want to find leaders in my group. And the problem with people that in the business is they don't know which category they're dealing with. And again, it changes over time because a consumer could become a connector, and a connector could become a business builder. But I think we all think we've got business builders when somebody signs up. And we need to sponsor more people because the fewer and far between are the leaders. That's why we say prioritize your list. Look for people who have had success in something else in their life. You know, either an extremely successful employee or a successful entrepreneur, right? Put them at the top of the list. They're not scared of success. I mean, there are a lot of people, maybe you were, maybe you still are a little bit of, do I deserve this much money? Do I deserve a residual 100, 300, 500,000 a year? You know, and sometimes it takes time to get that belief and that worthiness and realize money's not bad. Maybe some people were raised that money's bad. Money's not bad. It's what you do with it, right? And how you treat people. But leaders have this mentality of, they don't look and they're not scared. They're like, if I'm doing this, I'm going to the top. And that's why you prioritize your list. You're going to go through your whole list of names, but definitely look for people that have had success somewhere else in their life or are successful now, because they may be very successful, you know, and they're not scared of success, but they may hate what they do. They may not, they may be looking for time freedom or something else or satisfaction. So hopefully this document is helpful. And this whole idea of identifying and knowing who you're dealing with, so you don't have these unrealistic expectations of somebody and get upset with somebody because they're not doing three-way calls with you. You just have to realize it's a connector, and you just do your best to keep them in the loop. Focus on the business builders and the leaders. Debbie, you've been doing this for a long time, and you've got a lot of leaders in your group. Did anything I say there, was anything there false or anything that you want to add to or just comment on?
No, you did a really good job. I mean, it's always a good thing to remind people not to spend too much time with the wrong people, because that's where you get bogged down and tied down. And so, you know, as you get, and you'll be forced into it as you get a larger organization, because it's the people who are calling you that you work with. And you don't have the time to keep calling your people if they're not calling you, because you get so busy doing three-way phone calls and stuff. So make sure that you have people stepping up, and they, you know, and you help them. You know, like I see Ida, I don't talk to her as much as I used to because she's a leader and she takes over and she does what she's supposed to be doing at this point. And so I don't talk to her as much as I used to. So that's what happens with your leaders once you train them in things, or help them get trained, I should say. So yeah, I think what you said was really good, and I'll send it out. I'm taking down emails of people putting in the chat. So anyway. And I would like to take time to get to the new people, though. I have some people that have been telling me they've got new people on.
Okay, let me just go. I'm not going to explain what's in here, but I'm just going to go through. This is the new infrastructure document. There's an extra page added to this, and I changed some of the things on here. Most of it is the same. There's some changes, but this page is new. This is all about leveraging the Facebook groups and what to do. So this is pretty important. In fact, I have here group 1 of the 5 is a Sea of United. It's the most important one because it has the tutorials on how to use these other ones. So every one of these sites has a purpose. And if you're not a Facebook person, I recommend that you kind of start playing around with it, make at least a Facebook page, because this can be very, very helpful. This is going to accelerate things. It's accelerating this exact same system, this ATM, add tag message right here, is really having companies with nothing products you can get at Walmart explode because of leveraging social media. People always ask me how to leverage it. It has the prospecting tools. It has the training tools here. It has the upline, everybody in our upline, the listing, and it shows you how to get the instant pain relief with the gel very quickly. So if you don't have that yet, email me or Debbie. It will come down, and that's just for our team, that document. So don't spread that around to everybody, okay? So I share that. And then, Debbie, maybe you can answer Anna Zhu's question. Does anyone know where in the back office we can find the list that downline who have not renewed their memberships and are about to get terminated?
Yeah, but it's very long and drawn out. So, but you have to go to the back office and do a associate customer search, and then you do an advanced search, and then you put the dates, the renewal dates in the calendars, and then you look at that.
Maybe, because I don't understand it exactly, Debbie. Maybe in all of your spare time, you could put a document together like I just did with that, just walking through the steps.
I'll get on that right after I get off. Right after the other 55 things I've got on the list first.
Okay.
All right. Anyway. I know Joyce Quamena-Poe has a new person on, and I'd like her to go ahead and introduce that person.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Joyce.
Yeah, I have a new person who signed up just 2 days ago. Her name is Maria Ramos. She's on the phone. Hi, Maria. Maria, do you want to mute your line? Her line is muted.
Let me see if I can unmute her. Maria is her name?
Yeah, her number, she's on the phone, so her name is not showing.
Oh, okay.
It's 4261. Those are the last 4 digits of her phone.
Okay.
I can't unmute it. Oh, there.
Yeah.
Nope.
She's still muted, yeah.
Can't get her.
Okay, I unmuted her.
Okay. Hi, Maria.
Hi.
You want to introduce?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, my name is Maria Ramos. Like she said, I just joined 2 days ago, and I'm going to start to use it. I already ordered, but I'm so excited. Just I heard all the testimonies, so I'm excited to use it. So that's all I can say, and I don't have any testimony because, of course, I'm not using it, but I'm can't wait to start to use it.
Well, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you on the team, and invite your team members next week to come on. Is it Marie or Maria?
Maria.
Maria, welcome aboard.
Yes. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. I think Pam Walentini has somebody also on, Debbie.
Okay. All right, Pam, you want to introduce?
Hey, yeah, and David, you know I'm coachable. Listen, I want to introduce Eric Landry. He's a life and leadership coach. So, Eric, take it away.
He's got to unmute on the bottom left, Eric. Just slide your cursor to the bottom left if you can.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, so I'm a leadership and life coach. I am actually coachable myself, and I coach people to transition. And I loved your document, by the way, where it goes consumer, connector, business builder, and then leaders. Yeah. I believe everybody can be a leader once they're coached past their fears.
Absolutely.
And to be more purposeful and live their life with intention. And get out of their own way. And that's where I step in, and that's what I do for people, to empower them to step into their greatness and be who they are. And I start tonight.
There you go.
So,
where are you, Eric?
Virginia.
What part?
Lorton.
Okay. Very good. And you know something? I feel terrible because I don't go with a script here. And when I was talking about leaders, I didn't even talk about the second part of this. We're looking for leaders, but they're people that are coachable and motivated and can get out of their own way. They develop into leaders. So it's the most amazing part of this business to me. The product is a miracle, but watching people going from being unsure of themselves and always been in the shadows of somebody else or wanting to kind of hide, to get to the point where they're actually on stage inspiring people. It is one of the coolest things to see that development happen. So thank you for, if you didn't say hello, I would have left this message thinking you're just looking for people who are already leaders. Thank you for mentioning that, Eric.
Oh, you're welcome. Because I mean, for me, I know where I was a year ago before coaching, and I know where I am now, and I also know what I want to do with my life. And having another way to say that I get to be a coach, or I get to do what I want to do because God has blessed me with whatever he puts in my way. And this is one of the things that he's put in my way to help me better serve him. So.
Phenomenal. Well, welcome aboard, and we're here to help you.
Thanks.
And I'll say welcome also. Sorry, I keep muting myself because I have people in here talking. You can hear them. So welcome, Eric, and thank you again for stating that. Does anyone else have anyone new that they'd like to introduce?
Well, while we're waiting for that, go ahead.
Doug, we just got moved. We were at our clubhouse. Our club was at 6. This is Doug Twitchell.
Nice to meet you. My second delivery last Friday flew right off my porch. Of course, I don't know who took it, and they certainly didn't pay for it, but the word must be getting out. And,
yes, it is.
Oh, sorry about that.
And that second order was for the first person that I'm trying to bring into the business, and she's in a residential home. She's a senior with Alzheimer and Parkinson's.
Well, I'm going to give you an idea if you'd like it. And I don't know if you're on Facebook or not, but there was just a beautiful, beautiful testimonial on our secret group, and it's called ASEA Healthy Self. But you have to be a friend of one of ours on Facebook, and then we can connect you to that, and you could tie that person in. And it was a medical doctor who had a son with autism, and she doesn't state autism. She's being compliant. But she literally goes down the list, it's Dr. Christensen, of what this turned around in her son. And it's a beautiful testimonial. And so I've been doing that very, very successfully. I tie in people, and they literally get back to me within a couple of hours saying, how do I get this stuff?
Excellent.
Signed up my last 3 people that way.
I'll look at.
So if you're on Facebook, we can tie you in.
I can do that for him.
Yeah, Alyssa can do that. It's just a fast way, because you go on that site and there's social proof there, because there's 40,000 testimonials and people who are members there.
Sure.
And so they see how really big this is. This isn't just you telling them about it. You know, it's 40,000 people who have been looking at that site and putting up testimonials and stuff like that.
So the immediate challenge was the product is coming to my home, and it's being there to pick it up before somebody steals it. And
yes, that's the immediate problem.
So we'll figure that out, and then we'll look forward to the product coming in.
All right, and you know it was there before?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Well, I am sorry about that.
We've had that challenge in our neighborhood. Things disappearing off our front porches.
I took care of him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Well, I hope you get your product soon then, and I hope we can help that lady.
This is very, very good. Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard, yes.
Doug. I have an announcement to make that just we found out yesterday when Debbie called me. We have a lot of live webinars this week. I just want to make you aware of, and we'll see if there's anybody else new on. The Health Professional webinar takes place the first Tuesday of the month, and that's tomorrow. And I'm the doctor that's going to be on there, and Debbie's going to interview me. So let me just tell you what I'm doing this week. I'm doing the one that I do every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on this Zoom number, and 8 a.m. Eastern on this Zoom number on Thursday. So things that I'll be, and Debbie will tell you what she's doing. I'm doing Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern, and then Tuesday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be doing the health professional webinar. That is on the infrastructure document. That's a different access to that. You just go to ateamwebinar.com. ateamwebinar.com. It'll prompt someone to download Zoom if they don't have it. And then Thursday night, who's the speaker this Thursday night, Deb? You know?
Chuck and Tammy Gates.
Chuck and Tammy Gates are doing Thursday evening at 7:30 and 9:30 Eastern. 7:30, 9:30 Eastern p.m. Thursday evening. Chuck and Tammy Gates are the expert diamonds this week, which is going to be at Zoom, okay, at thisisasia.com, but also live streamed on one of those Facebook sites, the groups. This is ASEA. So when you please get the win. If you want to build a business and you're coachable and you really do want a real business, take the time to go through that infrastructure document. It's your toolbox. You have such tools in there that's going to make it so much easier for you to build a business. But in turn, you don't have to be the only owner of the infrastructure document. You get to give it to your downline, and they can give it to their downline, and everybody gets to use it. And so, Debbie, you're doing a webinar on Thursday also, I believe, right?
Well, I'm doing actually Terry Latham's Team Live It phone call tonight with him at 10 o'clock Eastern. Then I'm doing Thursday's webinar for Europe, but anybody, of course, is welcome, and that's at 1 o'clock Eastern. And then I am doing the health professional call with you tomorrow night. So there we go.
Okay, and that's all in the infrastructure document. So we're running a little bit late. Is there anybody that needs to be introduced?
David, can you hear me? This is Gabby.
I hear you, Gabby.
Vinny was on. I don't know if she's still on, and she has a sister in England who wants to get on as well, and I don't know which webinar or which numbers to tell her. But I saw her name. I don't know if she's still on though. Vinny.
I don't see Vinny on now. But when you say which webinar to get on, what do you mean, Gabby?
She's in England.
Right. So, I mean, what webinar? You mean which one of the presentations this week we just mentioned?
Yes, she wants she wants a face-to-face presentation.
Well, if you look at the document, the Eastern time ones that are morning or afternoon is perfect for Europe. That's why we do them in Asia. So tomorrow I'm doing mine at 1 p.m. Eastern. I think that's 6 p.m. in UK. So just look at the time difference and just tell her to calculate it. I'm sure if she looks at the document, she'll be able to calculate the time difference.
Okay, and it's the same numbers we use, right?
For that one.
Yeah, okay. That's what I've been telling her. I don't know why there's a problem, so I was hoping she was on because she did get on.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay, great.
Okay, does anybody have any questions they want to pose before we wrap it up? Because we're a little over. Just unmute your line. And if you're not asking questions and you were unmuted, just mute yourself back if you could.
David, hi everybody.
Oh, Sylvie.
Hi. Just to remind everybody, for the French community, we have a webinar on Wednesday at 8 p.m. for Paris time. And now it's also available live on Facebook. But you have to be a member of CRED.
It's hard to hear you. There's a lot of background noise on someone's line. I'm sorry, Sylvie. What did you say?
It's okay. It's my dog also. What I was saying, the webinar is also live on Facebook. But you have, in order to join, oh no, it's changed, David. I have to give you the new number. Excuse me, my dog barking.
Oh, then I have to change. Nobody saved the infrastructure document I sent out. Something's changed. I'm sorry.
I apologize. I should have sent you the information. It's
okay.
hectic. So hold on, let me give you quickly the new phone number.
Just you can text it to me. I'll do it afterwards, Sylvie. I'll go in and redo it.
Okay. But if some people want to have it, I can give it right now. It's 277-50-1585. This is the new Zoom number.
277.
Yeah, I'm going to put it right there. Okay. It's at 8 p.m. Paris time, which is 11 a.m. Pacific time. And if you're on my secret page, Pourquoi ACA, you can see it live. Like we do with This is ACA.
One thing with the Chinese one on Saturday, we're still not sure if it starts this Saturday or next Saturday, but know that it will certainly be on the 17th. Triple Diamond Evadne, you on our team is going to be doing that. So you all know when I go to change things on the infrastructure document, here is exactly what I do. I just go right here and I change this to 277-501-585. Done. File, save as, PDF, boom.
All right, so resend that to me and I'll send it out.
Yep.
Hey, I have a question. Dr. Christensen helped his son, her son?
Her son.
Her son. Where is she located? You don't know? Okay. Is she on our team?
We had a Dr. Christensen, but I don't think it's the same one. I haven't heard from her in a long time.
Okay, thanks.
I don't think so.
Okay, thank you.
Sometimes.
It's too big. The team's too big.
Exactly.
That's good. It
is a good thing.
Okay. You want to stop the recording, Deb, and we'll just everybody say unmute everybody?